man, video games feel like a chore. I don't know if any of you guys feel that way lately, but I've kind of felt it this past, I don't know, few years. Ultimately, but like, I don't know what it is. I mean, I do kind of know what it is, and I'm going to talk about it. But video games have just felt almost like a chore or a job lately. And I wish we could kind of go back to when video games were just fun. So I'm going to talk about a few things, see if you guys agree or disagree. But for example, the game I'm playing here in this video, it's Skate. And this game is a live service game, which just like I think the technical definition of a live service game is ultimately like things are updated. Like you have an item shop, microtransactions. You're playing basically on I guess a server with other people. So as you might notice as I'm skating around here in this game, I'll like run around, skate past other people, right? So other people are in my game, but not necessarily affecting my game. Like there's like challenges you can do against people and whatnot. And a lot of games have gone to this live service aspect, and I don't know. It's like so many people. So for example, so many people who played the original Skate series, Skate 1, 2, and 3, like I did, all those games were like the old-fashioned single-player campaign story mode. And all these games that have come out have kind of done away with that. And I think it's this push. Obviously, I think it's a push for greedy corporations to make more money. Because in theory, if you don't allow players to play by themselves, then they have to play more with friends. The more of their friends that are online, the more they're going to play a game. And hopefully the more money they're going to spend on that game. And I do really see that. And I'm not going to dive into like this game, like Skate, that I'm playing in this video, because that's maybe a whole nother topic. But it just kind of feels like a chore playing this game. And a lot of other games have kind of felt the same. You know, like there's daily challenges where you kind of just log on and do your daily, like, you know what I'm talking about, like your daily this, daily that, daily skate challenge here. You go to this part of the park, you do these challenges, and you just level up. And then if you've played this game and you open up the mini map to like all the different challenges, you'll see that they reset daily. So once you do a challenge, you could do it again if you wanted to, but you can't earn the currency in this game for completing it. And so it's kind of this almost like it feels like you just log on every day to do this job to get this currency that you can't do. Like you can't get more currency unless you do all your challenges. So once you complete your challenges, then it's like, well, shoot, I can't really progress. Which is this weird thing because in the old days, you used to just progress by just playing the game in the single player campaign. And now you basically just progress by doing all your daily challenges, your weekly challenges, this and that. And it's a job. You know, it's like this weird job that you have to log on each night or whenever you play and just grind it out. Like how many of you have played Call of Duty where, and I'm not going to get too far into this because I've talked about this in a past video, but Call of Duty is a shining example of just extreme modern day gaming where it's like people just would get on to get their camos, get their camo challenges done. Like all of the people in real life that I knew that played Call of Duty last year, Black Ops 6, they all played to get their camos or to rank up guns for Warzone. And I'm like, this is completely ass backwards. Like we used to play Call of Duty back in the day, like Black Ops 2, my favorite Call of Duty of all time, and a lot of people's who think that was the best Call of Duty of all time. You would just play the game for just the fun of it. Like, yeah, there were camos. Like you could rank up your guns a little bit. Not only was ranking up a gun not really a challenge, but it was enough of a challenge to where you would use the gun, you would have fun with it, and then you would get good attachments, which is the whole point of ranking up a gun, not to get really awful attachments. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Anyway, I'm not going to go down a rabbit hole there and how like Call of Duty's changed the whole attachment thing, but it's that idea of like nowadays we play these video games for like these daily challenges and just to get new microtransaction items, and I don't feel like we're really having that much fun, or at least maybe it's just me. Like this Skate game I'm playing is just, it's soulless. I log on, I do my challenges to like, I don't really care about ranking up. I just want some like new stuff. But like other than that, there's nothing else in the game that really keeps me coming back. Like, yes, the game feels great. From a skating perspective, it feels great. It feels fantastic. Everything else is just this soulless, empty box that I know, like whatever game engine they used to make this game, it just started as just this flat open world, and then they just chuck these big, downtown buildings in it and call it a game. I don't know. I'm getting a little off topic there. Another point I want to hit on too, why video games feel like a chore, really with first person shooters, to go back to like modern day Call of Duty and even like other first person shooters. Nowadays, like the average video game competitive player is light years better than what they used to be, right? Like back when I was playing Black Ops 2, there were a lot of people who still didn't even have like HD TVs, let alone people were still playing on TVs without headsets, this and that. Like your average player was really not that competitive. Nowadays, especially with a lot of like games that have been out for years, I mean, you are at a massive disadvantage when you log on and just play like the general population of that game. And this is not me advocating for skill-based matchmaking. Skill-based matchmaking is a whole nother topic, and I'm a big hater of that as well. But man, it's hard to compete when you have a full-time job and you only get a couple hours a night to play a game. It's really hard to compete with a lot of these players who have either been playing the game for years, or they're just unemployed, or they're just high school kids that just play video games all day because they have no other responsibilities. And I used to be that kid. I used to be that guy, that high school, college kid that used to play video games all day long because I had nothing else to do. So naturally, yeah, I was really good at whatever game I played, even if I jumped into a game like years later. Like if the game had been out for years, I would jump into it and be able to kind of compete for a little bit until I got good enough to where I would be able to be a pretty solid player. Anyway, I digress. Video games just feel like a chore. They feel like a job. And I think I've gotten to the point where I'm trying to play video games a little bit differently. My whole thing lately is ultimately play the game how you want to play it. It's not really about ranking up. It's not about getting all the stuff in the game. It's just about having fun. Video games have changed. They're a lot different than what they used to be. It's not just every game coming out. It's not just like your average single player where you progress linearly in a linear fashion. I don't think linearly is a word. You progress in a linear fashion, right? You have a starting point. You basically have an ending point, and you progress as you play the game. It's not necessarily like that anymore. You got to kind of go off the beaten path and like play every single day. And many, to do your challenges and this and that, like what's things I've already talked about. So what I've been trying to do is play games slower, not worry about completing, trying to do everything super quick, not getting all the stuff in the game, but just play on my own pace, have fun, and ultimately just not let the game push me towards a certain direction, because all these new age games are just pushing you towards like this never ending grind. Like they want all the grind aspects of the game to take you like days or weeks or months, which I think is completely on purpose. So you continue to log on every day. Hopefully you'll spend more money. And then of course this corporate company will make more money for their shareholders, by the way. So anyway, that was my rant. Video games feel like a chore. Let me know if you guys feel the same. Maybe you don't, maybe you do. Is it something you've realized these past so many years? Unfortunately, I think Fortnite kind of started this, and I made a video about Fortnite a few months ago. That's good if you want to check it out. So anyway, more videos to come. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks.